and I am back with another Kit Conspiracy kit using our inspired kit by Mountain Trek, which is a Paper Rose collection. I also included this Simple Stories Color Vibe alphabet set. I have some skeleton leaves randomly left over from something. I also have a bunch of leaves in here. Some of them were gifted to me by Janet. Others were part of a Creative Cuts Club kit. And some I think are creative memories. I'm not really sure. Then I also have these Heidi Swap tags that I don't know if they're actually going to make it on the layout, but I do bring one or two in for the layout. I have these little die cuts that were meant to be the tops of trees that I'm just going to add for a little bit of greenery into my layout. I have these beautiful fish that were gifted to me. She made them, Sarah made them for me and gifted them to me. Again, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, honestly. I've asked her to ask me to. I think it's like sushi, but with a T. So anyways, you guys try it. Tucci is how it goes. I have some twine left over from anything on my desk. I have 4 photos of my children catching their fish. This is the gorgeous Mountain View paper from Mountain Trek. I have this Simple Stories, Simple Vintage North Pole green paper that is my favorite. I think I have a few of these sheets because I just loved them so very much. And then these beautiful Paper Rose, like a gray-black wood grain. Absolutely love this, you guys. They are gorgeous. And then I have several wood pieces that if you close your eyes, you don't see them. This is the layout that I've been talking about all week long, that I color these images for this layout, and I believe the only ones that end up on the layout are the wood planks. That's it. So I have all of them pre-colored for, something else, which I have plenty of layouts in 2020 that are outdoor related, and us being outside, don't worry, they will get used. All right, so the first thing I did was went ahead and I plan on putting this beautiful scenery layout smack dead, or paper, not layout. The whole thing is a layout. Smack dead in the center of my layout because I want it to be the focal point. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. And I just love it. Enough said. Yes, I just love it. But it needed something to transition into the black wood grain. So I decided to go ahead. I had this leftover piece. Again, I still don't know what it's left over from. I don't remember using it, except in scraps. But I do have this leftover piece that I went ahead and used as just a small border. Even though it is wood grain on top of wood grain, one is going one direction and the other one is going the other direction. So I think it is absolutely perfect how it works out. Now, also to transition from the beautiful scenery to the green wood grain, I'm going to put several wraps of my favorite twine around the paper. Now, because I don't want to waste my twine wrapping it around the back side of my paper, I'm only going to cut 2 to 3 strips to go from top to bottom, but enough to do a small little knot somewhere along the ridge of my paper. So I don't want to waste a whole bunch of thread on the other side. So that's 12 inches times 3. That's a lot of layouts I could put that thread on than just the back side that nobody's going to see. All right, to help me secure it in place, because I do have quite a bit and washi does not hold over time, I put a little dab of glue down, and then because I'm impatient, I put the washi over the glue. That way I don't have to wait for it to dry through the twine. So just a little thing that I do. And then I went ahead and I knotted way up high on this side. And then when I go to do the other side, I'm going to knot way down low just for something a little different. You can't really see the knots, but yeah, it is just for something a little different on these layouts. And of course, I'm being a little picky right now, and I'm wanting all of this to lay flat instead of be all wonky. So I'm trying to figure out how did I tie this, and now they're not laying flat. So I figured out in the end and put a little glue dot behind the knot to help it stay in place. And then I'm going to wrap it around again, put a little small dab of glue down, a tiny strip of washi to hold the glue so I don't have to sit there and wait for it to dry. That's it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side really quickly to get that done and out of the way. And ta-da! But this side I'm only going to do 2 on. I did 3 on the other side. And I decided I'm just going to do 2 because I think this one will be more covered up than the other side. And they, truth be told, they both end up getting covered up. Yep. So I went ahead and I inked the bottom half of my die cut Summertime. Now, again, the Summertime word came from a Creative Cuts Club kit. I want to say in 2019. Yes, I have been a part of that kit club for a very long time. Well, since day one, actually. I went ahead and I colored my boot prints. I colored my dragonflies, all the wood pieces that you saw on the right-hand side of the layout at the very beginning. I did not show any of them to you guys because, again, the only ones that end up on the layout are the wood planks, and that is it. I don't show anything. In fact, I even cut out how I colored them because I really didn't want to show you guys that I colored them and then I don't use them. I don't know. I didn't want to waste your time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, going through all of these really, really cool leafy bits, I scatter them across both sides, you know, so that way I have enough for this side and enough for this side. And in all honesty, I don't end up using everything that I scattered on both sides. So the white leaves never make it into this layout. I don't know why I struggle with these white leaves. This is probably the 3rd or 4th layout that they make an appearance on, but don't actually get glued down. So just saying, they're my Achilles heel. I don't know how to use them. And I think it's because they're just a little bit too symmetrical for me. But I'll figure it out. I will figure something out. I'll have the perfect layout eventually. All right. So I have 2 cards from 49 and Market. I love how everything just meshes together. I don't have, you know, anything from any specific company. It's just a little bit here and a little bit there, in all honesty. But I have 2 little paper pieces from 49 and Market. I think it's called Bits and Pieces. They're die cut pack. And what I did was I scuffed up the edges using my paper distresser and then ripped them in half so I could use them at the bottom and tops of my photo clusters. Here's one of the Heidi Swap tags that I pulled out. I believe I pulled out 2 of them. Neither one of them make it on this layout. Nope. And then there are the die cuts that are kind of like bushes, but yet they're tops of trees is what they were supposed to be. And for me, I'm just using them as greenery behind my leaves. That's it. I'm not trying to make bushes and I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just adding green behind my leaves in certain spots. Probably to soften the black. I don't know. Half the time I don't know why I do what I do. Nope, not a clue. But I am taking some of Janet's leaves and some of the skeleton leaves. Now, I call them Janet's leaves because we went to a crop together last year in, was it September? Please, it was September. And she cut up all of these leaves. Well, first she mixed media'd the paper and then cut the leaves out. And she had all these leftovers. And of course, me being the bossy gal that I am, I told her I want them. And she said, okay, here. I don't know what I would use them for, which truth be told, I was not expecting her to just gift them to me by all means. I don't ever expect anything, you guys. Honestly, I never do. It is me being me, and I tease a lot. If you guys don't know me, I tease a lot. And yeah, just, you know, I'm not spoiled. Just say, no, what's wrong with you? And move on. So anyways, I tried to use my little footprints that say go outside in the middle of the tread. And nope, they don't make it on the layout. I try to bring in the dragonflies about 100 times. They don't make it on this layout either. I try to bring in my fish and a hook to, you know, because clearly my children have fish on hooks. Nope, they don't make it on the layout either. And then I bring in my fishing pole that I put together and think, oh my gosh, now I have to completely rearrange how my entire left side looks in order to include that fishing pole. So no, that's not getting put on this layout either. The mushrooms don't even make it into the camera, although I do think that they turned out pretty cute after coloring them, if I don't say so myself. So I really do love how inside all of my clusters, I have a little piece of wood plank. Not that we have wood boards floating around our lake at all. This is fishing just outside of our house by our lake. I say our lake, it's not my lake. It's part of the association's lake. I just happen to live across it, and we live over there all summer long. But no, we don't have driftwood drifting on the top of our lake at all. But I do like the little wood pieces included in the clusters. In all honesty, I think that they add quite a bit of detail into the clusters. But I did put one kind of like sheer gold leaf in there, a skeleton leaf, and then one of Janet's mixed media leaves in my little clusters. And then in bits and pieces, I included some greenery just to give it that green, because I love green. I don't know. So yeah, I have decided that I'm going to use Sarah's fish on my right hand side instead of that tag, or instead of what else I tried to put there. Who knows? But I like the little fish, and I like that I put them, so I put foam dots behind them. I'm not sure if that was on the camera or not, but I put foam behind them so they kind of pop up. Then I put this twine that again is hanging out on my desk. I don't even know where it came from, you guys, but I have several strands of it still sitting on my desk. And I'm just going to have them hanging from this twine. And I'm going to tie a knot in the twine so that way it kind of joins the two fish together. And then I'm going to wrap the rest of the twine around the top of my layout and call it good from right there. So this is the last little bit, Sarah, if you're listening, this is the last little bit of embellishments that I have left over that she sent me not too long ago. But I also don't like holding on to things, you guys. I am definitely by far a hoarder. I love using my supplies. I love getting them on a layout. I absolutely love it. And I don't know. I also enjoy seeing my bins get smaller as I use my stuff. And not that the bins shrivel down and shrink, but the supplies within the bins shrivel down and shrink. And I love that. It just makes me so excited and wants me to keep going. All right, this is my 2-pager that I created today. Thank you so much for joining me, by the way. Be sure to check out Janet and see what she is doing for her third and final layout for this kit conspiracy. I will be continuing to create with this kit one more time for tomorrow. So be sure to check out what I create tomorrow. Actually, no, I don't. I lied. Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? Anyways, I can't even keep my days straight. All right. So yes, this is my third no, because I had bonus layouts. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and my off the wall brain, because I need a planner for everything I do. All right. Thank you. And I will check y'all later. Bye.